What in particular would you say you've learned from her?
Just the qualities that are essential for somebody in a leadership role.
The monarchy has faced its share of crises, scandals, and controversies that have shaken the royal family to its core. Among the most shocking is a decision by Prince William that has left Queen Camilla in the spotlight.
I don't think she believes too heavily in instruction. She believes in finding your own path, how best you can make an effect, her role.
After years of speculation, Prince William has finally broken his silence on one of the most controversial figures in the royal family. He has now finally revealed the shocking decision on Queen Camilla. What are the implications of this decision? Join us as we uncover the hidden conflicts, dark family dynamics, and the future of the monarchy in the wake of William's stunning revelation. Before we delve in, let's revisit their initial meeting and royal dynamics. Early life of Queen Camilla. Camilla Rosemary Shand, born on July 17, 1947 in London, England, eventually became known as Queen Camilla, the wife of King Charles III. Unlike many who have married into the British royal family, Camilla did not come from a traditionally aristocratic background. Her father, Major Bruce Shand, was a British Army officer who later became a wine merchant. Her mother, Rosalind Cubitt, was the daughter of Roland Cubitt, the third Baron Ashcombe. Although Camilla's family was well off and moved in upper middle-class circles, they were not considered aristocrats. This modest background contributed to the public's initial doubts and skepticism about her relationship with Prince Charles, which in turn complicated her relationship with Prince William. Camilla's early life was a mix of city and countryside living. She spent time both in London and in the country, where she developed a deep love for outdoor activities and animals, especially horses. Her education was somewhat varied. She attended Dumbrell's School in Sussex, Queen's Gate School in South Kensington, and later completed her studies in Switzerland and France. Unlike many of her peers who pursued higher education, Camilla chose a different route. She worked as a secretary for a few firms in London's West End, gaining early life experience in the working world rather than attending university. A key figure in Camilla's life has always been her younger sister, Annabel Elliot, born in 1949. The two sisters shared many interests, including their love for the outdoors, and Annabel remained a constant source of support for Camilla throughout her life. Their close bond proved especially valuable during the challenging years when Camilla faced intense public scrutiny. As Camilla's relationship with Prince Charles grew, the public's perception of her became increasingly complex, especially in light of her background and the nature of their relationship. This was further complicated by the fact that Prince William and the rest of the royal family had to navigate their feelings about Camilla during a time when the memory of Princess Diana was still very fresh. The connection between Camilla and her sister Annabel also played a significant role during this period, as Annabel stood by her sister, offering strength and support during the most difficult times. Over the years, Camilla's life has been shaped by her family, her love for the countryside, and her resilience in the face of public scrutiny. As she transitioned from a relatively private life into the spotlight of royal life, these aspects of her character became more pronounced, helping her navigate the challenges that came with her relationship with Prince Charles. As Prince William's recent decision reveals, there are still many complexities and emotions at play within the royal family regarding Camilla's place in it. The life she has lived up to this point, filled with both privilege and challenges, continues to influence her role in the royal family today. How then did she become part of royalty? And what shocking decision did Prince William make on Queen Camilla? Let's find out. Queen Camilla's relationship with King Charles, extramarital affairs. Camilla Shand and Prince Charles first met in 1970 during a polo match. At the time, Camilla was 23 years old. She reportedly approached Charles with a confident remark about their shared history, mentioning the affair between Charles's great-great-grandfather, Edward VII, and her great-grandmother, Alice Keppel. This bold move and their instant connection sparked Charles's interest. They quickly bonded over shared passions like outdoor activities, literature, and a similar sense of humor. However, the timing wasn't ideal for a serious relationship. Charles was about to begin his naval career, and the royal family didn't consider Camilla a suitable match for him. Their reservations stemmed from her lack of aristocratic background and her past romantic relationships. In 1973, while Charles was away on naval duty, Camilla married Andrew Parker Bowles. This marriage was seen as appropriate within their social circle, but it had a profound impact on Charles. Despite Camilla's marriage, Charles remained close friends with both her and Andrew. In fact, he even became the godfather to their son, Tom, in 1974. Throughout the 1970s, Camilla continued to maintain her friendship with Charles while also building her family life with Andrew. The couple had 2 children, Tom and Laura. However, it was well known within their social circle that both Camilla and Andrew engaged in extramarital affairs. As pressure grew on Charles to find a suitable bride, he began courting Lady Diana Spencer in 1980. Camilla reportedly approved of this relationship, seeing Diana as young and impressionable, someone who wouldn't interfere with her bond with Charles. When Charles and Diana married in 1981, Camilla attended the wedding. Despite Charles's marriage to Diana, his emotional connection with Camilla remained strong. It is believed that their affair reignited in the mid-1980s, though the exact timeline isn't clear. This was a challenging time for Camilla, as she had to navigate her feelings for Charles while also managing her marriage and family responsibilities, all while keeping everything discreet. The birth of Prince William in 1982 and Prince Harry in 1984 added further complications, and Camilla was conscious of the potential impact her relationship with Charles could have on the young princes. She remained in the background during their early years. As Charles and Diana's marriage began to crumble in the late 1980s and early 1990s, speculation about Camilla's role grew. The situation reached a breaking point in 1992 with the release of Andrew Morton's book, Diana, Her True Story, which openly discussed Charles's relationship with Camilla. The following year, the Camillagate scandal erupted when a private phone conversation between Charles and Camilla was leaked. This public confirmation of their relationship triggered a wave of negative press and public backlash against Camilla. Camilla became a virtual recluse, hounded by the media and vilified as the woman who had come between Charles and Diana. Despite the intense scrutiny and criticism, few could have predicted that Camilla would one day be known as Queen Camilla. This transformation in public perception would take years, unfolding long after the scandal had rocked the royal family. What then was Camilla's first meeting with Prince Harry, and how did she become queen? Keep watching to find out. Queen Camilla meets Prince William and Harry. Controversy about Diana. During the challenging period following the public revelations about Prince Charles and Camilla's relationship, Camilla's interactions with Prince William were both limited and strained. William, who was old enough to grasp the complexities of the situation, found himself caught between his loyalty to his mother, Princess Diana, and the reality of his father's ongoing relationship with Camilla. The admissions of infidelity from both Charles and Diana during separate television interviews in 1994 and 1995 only made the situation more difficult. Diana's famous comment about there being 3 people in this marriage solidified the public's view of Camilla as the antagonist in this royal drama. Throughout these tumultuous years, Camilla chose to remain silent, fully aware that anything she said or did could only make things worse. She understood the sensitive nature of her situation, particularly when it came to William. Her main concern was to avoid causing him any additional pain, recognizing the difficult position he was in as the son of a deeply troubled marriage. This made William's later acceptance of Camilla as queen consort all the more surprising. When Charles and Diana's marriage officially ended in divorce in 1996, Camilla's position remained delicate. She and Charles had to navigate their relationship with great care, being mindful not only of public opinion, but also of the feelings of William and his younger brother, Harry. This period laid the groundwork for the complex family dynamics that would continue to unfold in the years ahead. The tragic death of Princess Diana on August 31, 1997, shocked the world and had a profound impact on the British royal family. In the immediate aftermath, Camilla, fully aware of her controversial standing, withdrew from public view. She did so out of respect for the mourning princes and the nation's grief. During this time, Charles devoted himself to supporting his sons through their devastating loss. In the years following Diana's death, Charles and Camilla continued their relationship, but remained cautious and discreet. They understood the delicate nature of their situation, especially given the sensitivity surrounding William and Harry. William, then 15, and Harry, 12, were still trying to come to terms with their mother's death, while also grappling with their father's relationship with Camilla. Charles slowly began the process of introducing Camilla to his sons in a more formal capacity. This was no easy task, given the clear evidence that Diana had been right about there being 3 people in her marriage to Charles. William, in particular, was old enough to understand the complexities of the situation and had mixed feelings about the woman who had played such a significant role in his parents' troubled relationship. Despite the challenges, Charles was determined to gain his son's acceptance of Camilla. In 1998, a year after Diana's death, Charles confirmed that Camilla had met William and Harry. These initial meetings were kept private, away from the media and the public. Charles knew that integrating Camilla into the family would be a slow and careful process. He arranged informal gatherings where William and Harry could spend time with Camilla in a relaxed setting, hoping to build a more comfortable relationship between them. As the new millennium approached, Charles and Camilla began to make more public appearances together. In 1999, they were photographed leaving the Ritz Hotel in London. In the years following Diana's death, Charles and Camilla continued their relationship, but remained cautious and discreet. They understood the delicate nature of their situation, especially given the sensitivity surrounding William and Harry. William, then 15, and Harry, 12, were still trying to come to terms with their mother's death, while also grappling with their father's relationship with Camilla. Charles slowly began the process of introducing Camilla to his sons in a more formal capacity. This was no easy task, given the clear evidence that Diana had been right about there being 3 people in her marriage to Charles. William, in particular, was old enough to understand the complexities of the situation and had mixed feelings about the woman who had played such a significant role in his parents' troubled relationship. Despite the challenges, Charles was determined to gain his son's acceptance of Camilla. In 1998, a year after Diana's death, Charles confirmed that Camilla had met William and Harry. These initial meetings were kept private, away from the media and the public. Charles knew that integrating Camilla into the family would be a slow and careful process. He arranged informal gatherings where William and Harry could spend time with Camilla in a relaxed setting, hoping to build a more comfortable relationship between them. As the new millennium approached, Charles and Camilla began to make more public appearances together. In 1999, they were photographed leaving the Ritz Hotel in London after attending a 50th birthday party for Camilla's sister. This public outing was significant, but it also highlighted the difficulty of gaining public acceptance for Camilla. Many people were still mourning Diana and were not ready to see another woman take her place in the royal family. Despite the criticism and scrutiny they faced with each public appearance, Charles and Camilla persevered. They gradually increased their visibility as a couple, and in 2000, Queen Elizabeth II took a significant step towards accepting Camilla by attending a lunch where she was present. This gesture was seen as a tacit approval of Charles and Camilla's relationship, marking an important milestone in their journey toward public acceptance. Throughout this time, William's relationship with Camilla remained complex. As he grew into adulthood, he had to come to terms with his own memories and loyalty to his mother, while also recognizing his father's happiness. William maintained a respectful but somewhat distant relationship with Camilla. He understood her importance to his father but he still needed time to process his own feelings about the past. In 2003, Camilla officially moved into Clarence House, Charles's London residence. This move signaled a more permanent and official status for their relationship. It also meant that William and Harry would have more regular contact with Camilla during their visits to their father. While this transition was not without its challenges, it represented a new chapter in the evolving dynamics of the royal family. The gradual acceptance of Camilla into the royal fold, and her eventual role as queen consort, was a testament to the resilience and complexity of the relationships within the British monarchy. Queen Camilla officially becomes royalty. In 2004, a major event on the wedding was a civil ceremony, a choice that reflected the complicated history of Charles and Camilla's relationship, particularly given Camilla's status as a divorcee. William and Harry were present at the blessing ceremony, presenting a united front to the public. During the ceremony, William took on a significant role by reading a prayer, an act widely interpreted as a sign of his acceptance of his father's marriage. This gesture was seen by many as a symbol of William's maturity and his willingness to embrace this new chapter in their family's life. The wedding itself marked the beginning of a new era for the British royal family. Camilla was given the title Duchess of Cornwall, a deliberate choice she made to avoid using the title Princess of Wales out of respect for the cherished memory of Princess Diana. For William, this wedding was more than just a formal event. It represented a clear and undeniable acknowledgement of Camilla's place in his father's life, and by extension, in his own. After the wedding, Charles and Camilla quickly began their royal duties together, while William continued his studies at the University of St. Andrews. Throughout this period, William carefully maintained a respectful distance from the intense media attention that surrounded his father's new marriage. The years between Diana's death and Charles and Camilla's wedding were filled with significant transitions for the royal family, particularly for William. It was a time of deep grief, personal adjustment, and ultimately acceptance of a new family dynamic. However, this sense of acceptance would later be challenged as new and unsettling details began to emerge. Before diving into those events, it's essential to explore some of the controversies surrounding Queen Camilla, as any of these could have influenced William's eventual decisions regarding his stepmother. What have been some of the controversies? Keep watching to find out. Camilla's controversial royal status. When Camilla married Prince Charles in 2005, her future title became a topic of intense public interest and debate. Instead of being styled as the Princess of Wales, a title deeply associated with the late Princess Diana, Camilla was given the title Duchess of Cornwall. This decision was carefully made to navigate the sensitive emotions surrounding Diana's memory. Princess Diana had captured the hearts of the public during her time in the royal family, and even years after her tragic death in 1997, she remained a beloved figure. Many people still saw Diana as the true Princess of Wales, and Camilla was often viewed as an outsider who had disrupted the royal family's future. By choosing not to use the Princess of Wales title for Camilla, the royal family showed respect for Diana's legacy and acknowledged the public's ongoing affection for her. This decision also played a part in a larger strategy to gradually introduce Camilla to the public and improve her reputation among the British people. When she married Charles, Camilla was still a controversial figure, often blamed for the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage. By adopting the lesser-known title of Duchess of Cornwall, Camilla could slowly ease into her role within the royal family. This allowed her to begin building her own identity without directly inviting comparisons to Diana, which could have been more challenging. The issue of Camilla's title didn't end there. At the time of the wedding, it was announced that when Charles became king, Camilla would be known as Princess Consort instead of Queen Consort. This decision was seen as another way to acknowledge public sentiment and differentiate Camilla's role from that of past queen consorts. However, the plan to make her Princess Consort was met with some criticism. Constitutional experts pointed out that legally, Camilla would automatically become queen consort upon Charles's accession, regardless of what title was used. The title of princess consort had no historical precedent in British royal history, leading some to view it as an unnecessary complication of established royal traditions. As time passed, Camilla gradually gained more acceptance from the public. She won people over with her dedication to royal duties, her down-to-earth nature, and her clear support for Prince Charles. As her public image improved, discussions about her future title continued, with some speculating that the original plan to style her as princess consort might be reconsidered. This speculation grew as Queen Elizabeth II's reign entered its later years, making the question of Camilla's future title more relevant. In a surprising move, just before her Platinum Jubilee in February 2022, Queen Elizabeth announced her sincere wish that Camilla be known as Queen Consort when Charles became king. This announcement settled the long-standing debate over Camilla's future role. The Queen's statement was seen as a strong endorsement of Camilla and a recognition of her years of service to the royal family. It also marked a significant shift from the original position taken when Charles and Camilla married and reflected the changing public perception of Camilla. For Prince William, this evolution in Camilla's status and the public's growing acceptance of her likely presented complex emotions. As a young man, William had to balance